Hello there, this is Cookies, and today I've got turn 40 for you, and we're going to jump right into the fun stuff, which is the battles on and around Pergami. So let's jump into this first one, where we have Zion attacking. So he has a couple of attack rear squads. I really like Fiends of Darkness. They've got 2 magic attacks. Unfortunately, they might struggle to get through Abysia and armor. And then he's also got these enchanted scimitar guys, Gen Warriors. And these should definitely be able to punch through armor. They've got high attack, reasonably high damage. And a number of these Temple Guard, which are cool because they have a Halt Heretic effect. Additionally, a main line of Gateite Swordsmen. We have pretty solid 11 attack, 16 damage sword. Over here for Abysia, we have 2 lines. Line of Burning Ones, line of Abyssian Infantry. So you can see that high protection and those flails. Here we've got Morning Stars and 18 protection. We have a Ball of Mages. We have some protection casters and 2 squads in the back to catch flyers. We can probably come back and watch the attack rear on the second go around. You see this stacking heat aura effect? Well, maybe. Well, it's starting to stack up, but they're also just dying. So I guess that's a thing too. You can see a bunch of Mind Booms coming out. Now this line of Burning Ones is on attack rear, so some of these guys are trying to get back to the commanders. Got a little bit of a wedge. Magma Kids there's a DE spell called Summon Ally, and for just fatigue, it summons one of these guys. So we've been using Magma Kids to fill in the ranks. Couple of big fireballs here. Some Earth Meld. Oh, that's why they have fire resistance 4. That's why they're not getting a bunch of fatigue. Makes sense. Got Holy 3 here. Ooh. Alright, you can see we route them off the field. Cool. Let's go ahead and watch those attack rear squads and see how our bait squads held up. Okay, I think both of the squads jumped on this group of Burning Ones. Alright. Let's see how they do with these air elementals. You can see some of the Burning Ones getting back here into the commanders. Alright. Pretty cool. So that went pretty well. We killed 5 commanders, 3 Kohens, 8 Fiends of Darkness, 25 of the Temple Guard, and 130 of the Gateite Swordsmen, for only 14 Burning Ones and 2 Abyssian Infantry. And we had 16 units retreat, and we only lost 3 of them. And following that up, we had the storming of Pergami. So the same line effect. Except now we don't really need the bait squads in the back, so hopefully they can just come in and clear up the walls. It looks like Cetis has a block of undead, and then 3 lines of falchineers, and a number of mages back here, including some gems. So, alright, so we'll finally get to see what research Cetis has. Cool. So let's go ahead and watch this one. See what spells he's casting. Shadow Blast. Pretty devastating. We have Rigor Mortis, another trio of Shadow Blasts. Mostly misses. And another trio. This one looks big. That was a good hit. So, Rigor Mortis, making this an all-in play for me as well. Storming the fort, obviously Cetis is all-in, but now I'm all-in as well, at least in terms of this army. Will say though, Reinvigoration 2 from the... Oh, what was that spell called? It looks like we've lost the history. But I think it's like Prayer of the Earth. It's a holy spell that we do. It gives us reinvigoration. I think that's helping a lot, at least on the mages. Yeah. Fortunately for Cetis, he's also vulnerable to Rigor Mortis. So, and the skeletons themselves, normally a Long Toad would be pretty good at clearing Rigor Mortis, but these skeletons are going to be running into a bunch of fire shields. So even if I fall completely asleep, he's going to have a hard time clearing me, unless he has a set of casters immune to Rigor Mortis that can keep casting skeletons. So he's going to lose this healer. Maybe. There we go. So it looks like these magma kids don't seem to care as much. They aren't fatigued out yet. So you can see the Abyssians starting to get a little sleepy. And so are the magma kids now. Every now and again, though, somebody wakes up. Ooh. Oh, it looks like Rigor Mortis has gone down, so now everyone's waking up. Alright. So, in terms of... Oh, that's the wrong report. In terms of storming Pergami, we do take more attrition. This is primarily from the Shadow Blast. You can see the 19 kills here. But we do manage to wipe this army, including 6 mages, and a number of priests, and adventurers, and healers. So, all in all, a good result, and we take the fort, which is even more important because it's a very strategic fort. So Pergami is right here. So there's three kind of ways south from Satis. You can go left of the mountains, through the middle of the mountains, and to the east of the mountains. As long as this fort remains and the Helheim-Alkara team control this area, yeah, there's just the three ways, and this fort is positioned such that it can, like, in a way, it can control easy access to all three of these routes. So this is a very strategic win for us. So feeling pretty good about this, and I'm going to relinquish it to TNN and go ahead and move my army out. Start heading south to try and catch these TNN troops. Or not TNN, TNG. In terms of other things this turn, we raided some Helheim PD. Satis raided the Brightwoods. TNN raided the Brightwoods back. Suppose we can watch this. Just kind of see what TNN's armies look like. So we've got some air gems. Moonblade Thug. Falchineers do have pretty decent protection for EA. Alright, so you can just kind of see how that one went. In Northia, we have a small elf raid. Rapido Cliffs, we see the Knight of Swords. Pretty cool. Let's see. It's got an enchanted shield. Gotta admit, it's a pretty boring layout. Would like to see some more thug gear on this guy, but he is pretty cool. He's a magic phase thug that comes with a hero blade. So just ×3 versus larger, which in his case is really only going to be giants. So, yeah, I mean, you see this on like the Boogaroos heroes as well, where it's very kind of situational when they're useful, but at least the Boogaroos guys are a little bit better generals. This guy's still a good general, but he's not as good as the Boogaroos ones. But yeah, pretty cool hero. Probably a multi-hero. I don't know anything about Zion. He might be unique. Alright. And then in Sotera, yep, another raid. TNG raids. TNN takes out some independents. And we've got a thug. Now we're talking. Alright, so we've got a Malak. Thunderwhip thug with a helmet of premonition, which gives it twist fate. It's got strong awe, invulnerable for mundane protection of 26, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, these guys have no commanders, so they just run. I think these guys would easily kill that thug if they had a leadership there. So something must have happened to the commander, like it got mind hunted. But yeah, 35 damage Moonblades would definitely kill that guy. And let's see. We got a Black Steel Kite Shield. And we got a couple hundred gold. Cool. So this was kind of the key part of the turn, was taking some initiative from the Satis team, threatening their lines of reinforcement. We do have a huge set of TNG troops on the way, though. Starting to build up a new force here. And Macone is still under siege. I'm trying to send some raids into the area. We'll see how these go. Just some burning ones and Abyssian infantry. Pretty small squads. Only 2 turns worth of sacred production. And yeah, and I guess the other big news is we're calling Disciple everywhere too. So hopefully we can get flippers back in time. And we're also going to cast Eternal Pyre this turn. Very exciting. So yeah, I think that's most of it. Yeah, I think that's it. So pretty cool fights in Pergami, and I'll see you next time in turn 41. Have a good one.